Rise and shine, Rwanda. It's Thursday, the 8th of October. Good morning, it's just after 7 o'clock in the morning and you're watching Rise and Shine Rwanda with me, Regis Isheja.
And me, Fidelis Karangwa.
And over the next hour, we'll bring you all the latest news, sports and business headlines from here in Rwanda and around the world. Now, Fifi, I know this will be one of the great ones we've done so far. There's so many great things to talk about from the Euro qualifiers. I know you're very excited about that.
Sports for me, very close
Euro
to my heart.
2016,
As usual, Euro 2016,
taking
very
place in France
important
next
to
year.
me.
Okay,
Of course.
All right, and it's movie review. You know, that's my favorite.
I know,
moment of the
and
week.
I'm sure one of the movies we're going to talk about today, you are going to die for.
It's one of my favorite. The co-classic,
There we
one
go.
of my favorite.
There
And
we go.
and it's International, Girls' Child's Day, and I think that's a big deal because we have to take care of our young girls. The ones who are getting taken advantage of, being raped, all that, and we'll talk about it right now.
Great show.
All right, well, all that and more still to come. At first, Rise and Shine story of the day. Recognizing the need of raising awareness of the challenges that millions of girls face every day, the United Nations declared in 2011 that it will annually observe the International Day of the Girl Child starting from October 11, 2012. This year, the theme is the power of the adolescent girl, Vision for 2030. The government of Rwanda decided to align the celebration of the International Day of Girl Child 2015 to the global theme under the theme For a Bright Future, I Choose to Protect My Life. Take a look.
ibibazo bibiri ikibazo kimwe ni ikibazo byanibaza ku bijyanye n'iriya protocol y'amaputo
The celebration will take place on the 9th of October in Rwamagana district, Fumbwe sector. This day will involve children from schools who will demonstrate different poems, drama and songs as a way of showcasing on the achievements and opportunities that girls have been given, but also showing the challenges they face. The proportion of teenagers who have begun childbearing rises rapidly with age, from 1% at age 15 to 21% at age 19. Teenagers with no education and those in the lowest wealth quintile tend to start childbearing earlier than other teenagers. Teenage pregnancy is the main challenge preventing achievement towards the 2030 vision. The government has taken significant steps to improve the legal and institutional framework for the protection of the rights of the children. A number of laws, policies and strategies have already been developed to strengthen the protection and end violence against the children, specifically girls. It's also about sharing the outcomes of anti-teenage pregnancy campaign and set up strategies to reduce teenage pregnancy.
narangiza namwe mbashishikariza ko mwakomeza kuhaba kugira ngo icyo gikorwa tukigire icyacu abantu babyumve kurushaho bumve impamvu umwana w'umukobwa
A noble initiative.
akeneye kwigishwa niwe mutima
Regis Isheja, Rise and Shine Rwanda.
kugira ngo mubwire ko ntabwo byoroshye twebwe tubikoramo turi mu muryango hasi usanga.
So great report there, Hijis. But what I need to know is, if someone is watching our show and thinking, how can they be part of this campaign? How can they be part of this event that's happening? What is Rwanda doing to observe this day?
Well, three different ways. Number one, yesterday there was a press conference to basically explain why Rwanda has decided to get on board. This is something that was decided in 2011, that was put in place in 2012 by the United Nations. And Rwanda being a champion when it comes to defending great causes, especially causes of, when it comes to defending women, and giving the woman the place that she deserves in our society. So Rwanda felt like it was important. So there was a press conference yesterday on the main day, which is the 9th, which is tomorrow. We'll have basically celebration all over the country, but there's going to be a main celebration in Rwanda, which a lot of people will be attending. And I think that's the one we should be looking forward to. We'll have a delegation from Prof, a delegation from the Prime Minister's office, and then the representatives from the UN here in Kigali. So basically, you have different ways of celebrating it. And on top of that, it's also a way of showing that Rwanda doesn't stop with just, being lauded for doing great when it comes to to being a champion in defending these causes. We want to even go further. We want to even embrace certain causes we hadn't embraced. And I think this is great. This is a country where after 1994, there were a lot of young girls impregnated during the genocide, during the war. And, we know firsthand what it feels like. So, we could be actually pioneers when it comes to this on the continent.
So you mentioned that Rwanda decided to tie it in with the align it to the UN this year, or rather in 2012, since 2012. How has it been going, and why did they decide to do this?
Well, the first question we should be asking ourselves is, why did it take until 2011 to start celebrating this day? I mean, infants suffering problems during war times, this is something that has been going on forever, whether here in Rwanda, elsewhere in Africa, and all over the world now. So that shouldn't have taken that long. But we can still applaud what the UN did in 2011. Now, Rwanda, what they're doing is, explaining, going to schools, explaining why this is taking place, explaining why it's important not only to celebrate the day, but to, raise more awareness to it. So it's a celebration, but at the same time, it's an opportunity to raise awareness. So when they go to Rwamagana, we'll have a lot of, students, girls and boys, being taught about what this is, why young girls should learn about what they should learn about when they're impregnated against their will, when they're raped, or even when they're impregnated willingly. What kind of measures they should take after that? Because if you're 15 years old and you still have your whole life in front of you, there's measures to go through. You're maybe not mature enough, so that's one thing. And then they'll be accompanying them like in other things. For example, child who are bearing other child very early, children who have to be responsible at a very early age. So Prof is doing a great job when it comes to mentoring them, making sure they go to seminars, and explaining to them that it's not the end of the world. There's a life to be lived after, but that they should be helped by their families, by the communities, and that people shouldn't look at them sideways.
Do you think, though, that Rwandans are ready for an event like this, especially because of our cultural understanding? When a girl gets pregnant, she'd like to keep it to themselves. Their family will try to hide it. And this campaign in particular is telling them to talk about it, to reach out. So basically it's contradicting what we're used to. So how do you think this is going to basically work, especially with our cultural restrictions?
It's one of the things I loved yesterday when I was covering the story. I mean, number one, you have basically, like, when you take Imbuto Foundation and what they've been able to do to make sure that those who are in the darkness, those who are afraid to talk because they feel like it's taboo, because in the culture it's looked down on, like they don't want you to feel that way. So Imbuto Foundation has been doing a great job. Prof has been doing a great job, and then we also have partners who are actually there making sure there's, like I say, there's seminars, there's conferences, and all these things that make these girls not feel like they're alone, not feel like, they should be basically losing all types of hope. That's not the case. We're all here for them. It should not just be limited to this particular day on October 9th, but it should go on throughout the year. It's just that we needed a celebration, and also to make them to give them value, to make them understand that they're valued and that they're not rejected by society.
Very true. Now you mentioned Imbuto. There's also the He for She campaign going on. We've had Rwandan police doing a lot for human trafficking, especially when it comes to little girls that are being trafficked. So there's a lot of campaigns going on for girls at the moment. So how is this going to be any different from what we're used to?
Well, earlier this year, we reported on it here on Rise and Shine Rwanda. His Excellency President Paul Kagame was cited among the leaders when it comes to He for She, the champions when it comes to He for She. Just wanted to make sure I used the right term. So that just shows you if your leader is really invested in the cause.
Yes.
We'll follow because we believe in it. It's a cause that's really dear to our heart. Now remember, after 1994, like I was saying earlier, we had a lot of orphans, a lot of widows, a lot of young girls that were going through a trauma period and who had to be taken care of, who had to be looked after, and it's not easy. Basically, let's just put it that way. It's not easy. So that's why it's great that Migeprof is doing it. That's why it's great that Imbuto Foundation is doing this, and hopefully this goes on and doesn't end with October, and then we forget about it for another year until.
So we just need to make sure we maintain the attitude.
Absolutely.
I'm all for celebrating girls, so this is a win-win.
How about we start by celebrating you?
Hey.
All right. Well, you're watching Rise and Shine Rwanda. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Here is to traveling and saving. Starting 1st of April to the 1st of June, travel with Rwandair and take advantage of our reduced fares and enjoy our world-class services in great comfort and safety.
Fly our dream to the heart of Africa.
Welcome back to Rise and Shine Rwanda. Time now for your business news. Fidelis Karangwa has the details.
Business stories making headlines today. Rwanda's tea industry was last week recognized for producing best quality tea in the International Gold Medal Tea Competition held in America. The recognition was announced during the 6th annual North America Tea Conference in San Francisco, Texas. Rwanda Mountain Tea Limited sculpted 2 awards for exhibiting best tea leaves in the black category, while Gisofu emerged winner of Retailers of Harrogate Tea Suppliers of the Year. The Gold Medal Tea Award competition is held annually and seeks to boost the tea quality and standards along the value chain across the world, and is also an opportunity for global stakeholders in the tea sector to brainstorm on accomplishments and how to address the challenges faced. The Workforce Development Authority is committed to impart skills to students in technical and vocational education and training schools. The Director General of WDA, Jérôme Gassana, led a team that toured various TVET-based activities in the Southern Province District. The tour was part of the TVET Week intended to assess the progress towards achieving TVET targets countrywide. He commented that the first focus was to achieve quality products, express the Made in Rwanda product should be competitive on the regional and international markets. And the East African Community Secretariat has asked the International Monetary Fund to advise on how to harmonize its taxation policies as part of the ongoing regional integration program. Under the Customs Union Protocol, which came into force on January 1st, importation of raw materials, capital goods, agricultural imports, and some medical equipment into the EAC attract zero duty. Importers on intermediate goods and other essential industrial inputs pay a tax of 25%, while finished products attract 30% duty. East African countries are therefore seeking to harmonize these tax procedures in line with the EAC Treaty and the Common Markets Protocol in order to boost investments and ensure free movement of goods, capital, and labor in the region. All custom duties have been harmonized by setting a common external tariff in respect to imports from Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, and Rwanda, Burundi thus far. You're up to date today's business headlines. Sports news come up next in just a minute with Regis Sheja.
Connect to Lusaka 3 times a week starting 27th March. Enjoy comfort and safety at affordable fares to 17 other destinations across Africa and the Middle East.
Fly our dream to the heart of Africa.
Welcome back to Rise and Shine Rwanda. Time now for your sports news. I'm Regis Sheja. Starting with local football, coach André Kasambungo wants Police FC to be consistent. The Police FC coach has admitted that his team needs to start performing consistently if they are to be able not only to challenge but win the Azam Rwanda Premier League title. The law and order enforcers side lead the league table standings with 10 points, 2 points ahead of the second place AS Kigali, who missed the opportunity to reclaim top spot on Sunday after drawing 1-1 with Gicumbi FC. Striker Isaí Songa netted his third goal of the season as Police defeated Rwamagana City 1-0 at Rwamagana ground on Saturday. With that loss, newly promoted Rwamagana City dropped to 10th position with 4 points. AS Kigali remained in second position with 8 points after playing out a 1-1 draw with Emmanuel Ruremesha's Gicumbi at Mwemena Stadium in Nyamirambo. Reigning champions APR FC are in 7th position with 7 points. On to Formula 1. Formula 1 could be sold this year, says boss Bernie Ecclestone. Ecclestone says it could be sold this year to one of 3 interested buyers. The 84-year-old has not identified the potential buyers, but said he had been asked to remain as commercial chief, a role he has held since 1978. Stephen Ross, the owner of NFL side Miami Dolphins, has been working with investors from Qatar to buy a stake in the sport. Investment fund CVC Capital Partners is F1's controlling shareholder. Ecclestone has a 5.3% stake in Formula 1, while CVC owns 35.5% after initially gaining control of the sport in 2006 for around $2 billion. Mercedes team boss Toto Wolff told the same conference that it is important to have a sustainable shareholder with a long-term perspective and vision. And now in international football, with 2 rounds of matches to go in Euro 2016 qualifying, 4 countries have reached the finals in France, where they'll join the hosts. England were the first team to book their place through qualification, followed by Iceland, the Czech Republic, and Austria. But there are still plenty of intriguing storylines in play, with some of the continent's biggest names in danger of missing out. The remaining drama lies largely in teams jockeying between second place, meaning an automatic berth, and third place, or among countries fighting simply to make the playoffs. The Netherlands' third place finishers in the 2014 World Cup are in danger of not qualifying. The Dutch are in 4th place in qualifying Group A with 10 points from 8 matches. Belgium are assured of a playoff at worst, but can also secure automatic qualification by beating Andorra. Spain and Slovakia can secure an automatic qualification with a win apiece. Germany are assured of at least a playoff place, but will qualify for France 2016 if they avoid defeat in Ireland. Russia need 4 points to be certain of second place because their head-to-head record against Sweden is superior. Montenegro are within a point of Sweden in 3rd place, but look to have far tougher remaining fixtures. Italy and Norway are guaranteed to finish in the top 3, but the Italians will qualify with a match to square if away to Azerbaijan they equal or beat or better. Croatia's results at home to Bulgaria or a draw for Portugal against Denmark in the first round of fixtures will guarantee them qualification. All right, you're up to date with today's sports news. Stay tuned. News are coming up next.
Let's take a look now at news-making headlines here in Rwanda and around the world.
Rwandan peacekeepers in Darfur have been decorated for their professionalism and great services. Rwandan police and military peacekeepers serving under the African Union and United Nations hybrid operations in Darfur were decorated with medals in recognition of their professionalism and a gallant service in carrying out their duties of bringing peace and stability in Darfur. Presiding over the event, the UNAMID Force Commander, Lieutenant General Polignas Mela, thanked the peacekeepers for honoring the mission mandate. The acting UNAMID Police Commissioner, Dr. Mutasem Al-Majali, commended the culture of Rwandan contingents, both Army and police, of holding joint medal events, which, he stressed, was unique to only Rwandan contingents in the mission. He appreciated contributions made by Rwanda to UN missions, notably female police officers.
At least 16 people are set to benefit from free heart operations at Kigali Faisal Hospital in Kigali. The operations that began on Monday are conducted by Healing Hearts Northwest from Spokane, Washington. They will run until next Tuesday. Briefing journalists in Kigali, Dr. Hal Goldenberg, a cardiologist who is leading the team of surgeons, said the objective is to enable people mostly living with rheumatic heart disease in Rwanda to undergo successful heart operations. Most patients who have rheumatic heart diseases, if operated upon, can regain their activity and become productive. He pointed to poverty and neglected infections as the leading cause of rheumatic heart disease in developing countries. Usually, people living in poor conditions are exposed to infections, and because of poverty, they may not be in position to treat them early. The group of 47 experts is on their 5th visit to Rwanda, with over 50 successful heart operations already carried out in the country.
And in regional news, Burkina Faso coup leader General Gilbert Diendere has been charged with 11 crimes, which include threatening state security. General Diendere is expected to face trial before a military tribunal. Interim President Michel Kafando was reinstated 2 weeks ago after intervention from the army and West African leaders. The Presidential Guards unit that carried out the coup is to be disbanded. The charges including threatening state security, murder, collusion with foreign forces, voluntary assault, and willful destruction of property. Former Foreign Minister Djibril Bossolé, who was also arrested in connection with the coup, has also been charged. Mr. Bossolé has always denied any involvement. Last week, General Diendere was reported to have surrendered to the authorities in the capital.
And international news, European Union is beginning a new operation in the southern Mediterranean to intercept boat smuggling migrants. Under Operation Sophia, naval vessels will be able to board, search, seize, and divert vessels suspected of being used for human smuggling. Until now, the EU has forced on surveillance and rescue operations. So far this year, more than 130,000 migrants and refugees have crossed to Europe from the North African coasts. More than 2,700 have drowned. The migrant crisis was one of the issues raised when Germany Chancellor Angela Merkel and French President François Hollande made a rare joint address to the European Parliament in Strasbourg yesterday. The only previous such address was in 1989 with then President French François Mitterrand and German leader Helmut Kohl. Okay, Hot Topics up next. We'll be right back.
Here is to traveling and saving. Starting 1st of April to the 1st of June, travel with Rwanda and take advantage of our reduced fares and enjoy our world-class services in great comfort and safety.
Fly our dream to the heart of Africa.
Welcome back to Rising Shine Rwanda. Time now for lifestyle.
Movie review. I know, don't ask me.
I shouldn't even be asking you right now.
So this weekend is going to be a special weekend. There's 2 movies going to be released in theaters.
That's even better than
really good
usual.
stuff. So you have options.
Right,
One is
right.
in 3D, the other is not. So let's just get straight to the first one.
Okay. All right.
Feel like some fun? Yes, please.
Welcome, brave heroes of Neverland.
You're pirates.
Well.
I'm not afraid of them.
You're welcome. Now come on.
What was that?
Something a little higher up on the food chain. Pan. You missed.
Only in cinemas.
So the movie we just saw, the trailer we just saw is for Pan, and it's a 2015 British-American fantasy adventure. I love fantasy. I love adventure. So I'm definitely going to watch this one. And the film is directed by Joe Wright, and the movie was first staged in 1904. That's how old. I mean, you've read the Peter Pan storybooks before, right? I loved them as a kid. So the first movie about this story was released in 1904, and so this is the other version. We've seen versions of Johnny Depp. I used to love that one.
Right.
So this is the last version, and it stars people like Hugh Jackman, who's the pirate Blackbeard, really good one, and Garrett Hedlund, who's Captain Hook, Rooney Mara, and Levi Mallis, and these all the title actors. A really good movie.
Right.
You know, I'm going to watch this movie. One, it's adventurous, so you can bring the kids along to come and watch it.
Right. It's a family
2,
movie.
it's going to be in 3D.
Oh yes, those glasses.
You're going to see all the throwing of knives and all that fun action.
I always feel like I'm in there,
really
man.
good.
It's worrying at times.
You know what I love most
the
about this movie
experience.
is like it takes you back. You feel like
Right.
a kid again.
Right.
And anyway, if I keep on talking, you're going to think I'm
No, I
like
like it.
12 years old. But let me just.
I'm
What do you think? Are you going to watch it?
I'm thinking about taking my nephews there too.
Yeah, it's a good movie, right?
It sounds like something they will enjoy. It looks like
Did you watch
something
the
they will enjoy.
Peter Pans? That
Of course I did. That when
the
I
previous
was
ones?
7. Yes,
Yeah,
I
so
did.
this you should definitely watch.
Absolutely.
For sure. Now let's get straight to the next movie that we'll be showing tomorrow as well.
Okay. All right.
Every day, people are kidnapped, killed.
This is a major escalation for the cartel, so deep inside the American heartland.
To find them would be like discovering a vaccine.
I just want to know what I'm getting into.
Welcome to Juarez.
We have no jurisdiction in Mexico.
Do you want to find the guys responsible?
Yes.
This is where we start.
Sicario, rated R, starts everywhere October 2nd.
So this was called Sicario, and it's a 2015 American crime thriller film that's directed by David Levilleneuve. My French is terrible. And written by Taylor Sheridan.
Right.
So the film stars people like Emily Blunt, who's gotten very famous. Her movies are normally really good. Benicio del Toro and
Benicio del Toro.
Benicio, sorry.
Yes.
My talent is also bad. And Josh Brolin. So the movies...
3 superstars.
And this movie has actually been selected to compete for the Palme d'Or at 2015 Cannes Film Festival.
Right.
So it's a really... You have to watch it. I know you like thriller, I know you like crime, you like all this... There's a lot of FBI, lots of detective work. I'm going to watch this movie.
Well, Josh Brolin is a great actor. Benicio del Toro, great director. He's done so much for cinema. I have to be there. I have to go. I'm there this week.
I'm not a big thriller person, but I might watch this one.
You're not a big thriller person?
No.
I think you like not knowing what's next, being in suspense at all times.
I do, but anyway, I don't know when I see FBI, when I see this, I'm like, I might.
Well, you know what?
But Emily Blunt is in it, so I'll watch it. So
right.
It's fine.
So you know what I know you like?
What?
Because we're
like
artists together, and you like laughing a lot.
Yes.
You're into comedy.
I'm a laugh addict. So what do you have for us?
What I have for you, let's just take a look at it.
If you want the girl back alive, listen and do not talk. The drop will be made tonight, 11 p.m.
The amount will be $50 million.
$50 million? And who you think you kidnapped, Chelsea Clinton?
Detective James Carter loved his job just a little too much.
You destroyed half a city block.
That block was already messed up.
And you lost a lot of evidence.
Still got a little bit left.
But the job got a little too dangerous.
You have 29 minutes left.
I got everything under control. Papa!
I want to speak with my daughter.
Han was about to get his daughter back and you screwed it up.
I would like one of my people to help.
Now it's time to bring in the master.
Please tell me you speak English. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I don't want no partner, I don't need no partner, and I ain't gonna never have no partner. Did Kojak have a partner?
Yeah, the fat guy.
Did Columbo have a partner?
No. You put your own bag in the back. I'm not a sky cat.
Beach Boys.
Oh, hell no. Don't you ever touch a black man's radio, boy. Yeah.
They're two cops with nothing in common.
Do it again. Like this.
Except the case
Hello, you have one more chance.
they can't walk away from.
Agent Carter is very passionate about finding your daughter. Which one of y'all kicked me?
From New Line Cinema. The fastest hands in the East.
Wow.
Meet the biggest mouth in the West.
Just received a threat on the building. We ask you please exit the building. Do not panic. Do you hear what I just said? Get the hell out of here. There's a bomb in the building.
Jackie Chan.
I can't hold it anymore!
Just hang on, man. I'll be right back.
Chris Tucker.
FBI. Take a picture. It's okay. Wait a minute.
Rush Hour.
We can hang in my crib. I will show you my hood.
What the hell did you just say?
Alright, so can you already tell how great this was?
I've actually watched this one over and over and over again. There was a time when I could repeat the words.
I've watched all three time and time again. I'm
Yes.
hearing that Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan
They might be releasing a new
are
one.
back
Yeah?
yeah, they're in production for Rush Hour 4.
Mhm.
So this is Rush Hour 1. This is where it all
It's
started
all-
in
yeah.
1996. My God, that's so long ago. So basically, the plot is on the last day of British rule in Hong Kong, Detective Inspector Lee of the Hong Kong Police Force, that's played by Jackie Chan, leads a raid at a shipping bar wharf, hoping to arrest the mysterious crime lord. His name is John Tao. I don't know if you remember that when they say that in the movie. So what happens is, you know, the Americans
Don't tell
get
the
involved.
people the whole movie.
No, I'm just giving them, you know, a little bit of it.
Okay.
The Americans get involved.
When he
because-
says too much, I'll stop him. Don't worry.
No, don't worry. So the Americans get involved and then mayhem ensues. That's all you need to know. They're forced to work together. That means Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan's character. They're forced to work together, and it's hilarious from the first second, from when the credits start rolling at the beginning to when they start rolling at the end. I mean, it's I love even
honestly speaking, people say Chris Tucker might have lost it now. He doesn't. He's not as funny as he used to be. It might be true, but back then, this movie, I laughed the whole
I do not believe that it's people, see, him, Martin Lawrence, Chris Rock, these guys are naturally born comedians.
Funny.
You never lose that.
Like,
It's like
those
riding a
people
bike.
don't even need to talk. Just
Right.
sit up and you laugh.
Right. If I was to come across, Chris Tucker, I would be dying right now.
You just be laughing.
This is hilarious.
Well, just before we wrap up the movie review, it's time for a weekly giveaway. All you have to do is tweet or Facebook us the reason why you should win 2 tickets to go see any film of your choice at Century Cinemas, and the winner will be notified on social media. The more creative the answer, the better the chances of winning. Good luck. Now don't go anywhere. Hot Topics is up next.
Here is to traveling and saving. Starting 1st of April to the 1st of June, travel with Rwanda and take advantage of our reduced fares and enjoy our world-class services in great comfort and safety.
Fly our dream to the heart of Africa.
Welcome back, and it's that hot topics time again. As always, the Rise and Shine Rwanda team has been out and about, gathering everything you need to know about what's happening here and abroad. From what's trending on Twitter to the debates in your local cafe, we've got it for you right here and right now, right, Fifi? So this is great news for the continent. It's rare that we get to share this kind of news because it's us shining worldwide and on the biggest of stages. I'm talking about the Academy Awards, what we all commonly call the Oscars. Africa has been nominated for 2 movies. Now, how great is that, right? In the category of Best Foreign Language Film, the movie is called The Two of Us. It's from South Africa. And also Morocco's Aida. Aida, it's a movie from Morocco. And, you know, the Oscars will take place, obviously, in February of next year. Usually, we tune in to watch the superstars.
Exactly.
First of all, we tune in to watch the red carpets.
I tune in to look at the dresses.
Right, it's the dresses and the tuxes, and you want to see, you know, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt and all these things. But I feel like we'll have another reason to watch it here in Africa. We've been very lucky to have Lupita Nyong'o in the last couple years now. Representing the continent, East African region, actually. And now we have 2 more reasons to celebrate Africa, South Africa and Morocco, releasing 2 movies that the judges feel like deserve to be on that kind of stage.
Yes.
I think that's amazing.
You know what I think is even more amazing about this is the fact that for the longest time, I mean, even I'm guilty too. When you feel like you need to watch a good movie, you've always thought I should watch one from Hollywood, you know, one from the States, one from, you know, but there are actually really good movies that are produced here in Africa that we should watch. So if these are nominated, if these even happen to win, I feel like it pushes us in the right direction.
Absolutely.
I mean, just the other day I did a report on the movie industry here in Rwanda. You would not know this, but there's actually a lot being done. There's a lot of, you know, there's lots of movies being shot. But first of all, I mean, we meet these guys selling them on the streets and you ignore them, but they're actually doing a good job. When you sit down and watch them, you can see the effort, you can see how much they're growing. And with every movie, they try to do something different. I feel like the only thing that still needs a bit of adjusting is the storylines because they're so typical for now.
And very redundant.
Yes,
and,
yes.
You know,
but generally, it's a good place to start. Absolutely. I'm really proud of where we're going. I see how very soon we'll be qualifying for the Oscars.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if in the next 5 or 10 years there's a Brandon at the Oscars.
I feel 10 is too much. 5 is good.
5 is good? We'll be nominated? Wait.
5 is good. Maybe me and you should go act something.
Why not?
Why not?
There's so many things happening in this country. One thing should at least, you know, make it. I just feel like there's so many things to be documented, so many things that can, you know, be brought to the big screen. I think we can make it.
Don't worry, we'll get them there.
Absolutely. All right. Well, don't forget, we love to hear your thoughts, comments, and feedback on what we're talking about here on Rise and Shine Rwanda. Tweet us at Rise and Shine RW. Like us on Facebook and send us your ideas for programs. Check out our Rise and Shine Rwanda YouTube page where you can catch all the shows and the reports we do every day. Find us on Instagram, Rise and Shine RW. We'd love to see your pictures. Or check out our Rise and Shine Rwanda website. That's www.riseandshinerwanda.rw. Well, that's all the time we have for today. We'd love to hear your feedback, so do let us know if you have an idea for the program. You've been watching Rise and Shine Rwanda with me, Regis Isheja.
And me, Fidelis Khan. We're back here same time, same place tomorrow, so do join us then. But for now, from the both of us and the rest of the Rise and Shine Rwanda team, have a very good day.
Bye-bye.